Hola chicos, today I'm going to show you how you should be completing your Quizlet assignments. So throughout the semester you will be required to do or use, I should say, Quizlet in order to learn and memorize vocabulary that we'll be using in this course. On Blackboard, under the default setting, when you open it, you'll see the content, and there is a folder labeled Quizlet Sets. If you open this folder, you will see links to all of the sets that you guys are required to do, and also additional sets. The sets that you guys are not required to do will have optional listed. So those are normally like grammar components that have additional vocabulary. So for example, new verbs and their meanings, or verbs and their irregular forms. So things like that. And those are optional. You are not required to do them. However, they will help you throughout the entire semester in terms of learning vocabulary. All the other sets will just list the module and then the title. In order to do that set, you will click on it and it will bring you to the Quizlet website. Now, please remember, you need to be logged into Quizlet if you want to receive credit. So for example, if you look here in the corner, you can see my username. This tells me that I am logged in and that whatever study module I do, my results are going to be recorded. And so that's the first thing. You need to make sure that you are signed in. So when you do Quizlet, you guys are required to do one study module all the way through. And there are 7 different options. You can do learn, flashcards, write, spell, test, match, and gravity. I do not have a preference which you do. You just need to complete one all the way through. So I'm going to open up Learn. I'm going to get started. It's going to tell me a little bit about how the module works. And then I can go ahead and do the module. So Learn is great in that that's essentially what it does, is it helps you learn the vocabulary. So the first time you're presented, it will give you multiple choice. So this is where are you from informal. It'll say I'm correct, and I'm going to continue. And then as you go through, it will actually change. So I went ahead and finished the first round. And you'll see we've already seen igualmente once before. And so the second time you see it, you have to type in what it means. And you can choose that you don't know. That's fine. Just like here, let's say I don't remember what usted means. So I'll say don't know. And it will tell me, and then it will force me to type in the answer. And so you can see right here our progress is at 4%. So in order to get credit for this assignment, you would need to complete it to 100%. So I grade Quizlet at the end of each chapter. So I would theoretically like you guys to start the module prior to that class, or at the very least print out the Quizlet sheet and bring that to class, which I'm going to show you how to do here in a second. But essentially I want you to complete one module by the end of the chapter. And keep in mind, just like anything else, the more modules you do, the more time you spend, the better you will be at the vocabulary. So I'm going to come back to this screen, and I mentioned briefly before about printing out the pages. Many of you will just have access to the online learning platform and the ebook and will not have a physical copy to bring to class, which makes it harder to participate. So in addition to your grammar worksheets, what I suggest you guys do is print out the vocabulary sheets. So that way you have them with you during class time, which will help you participate. So in order to do that, in order to print out a vocabulary list, you're going to go to the button that has the 3 dots, and you will go to print. You have a different options in printing them. If you wanted to do index cards, they'd print that. If you want to do large cards or small cards, these are nice if you would actually want to use them as a study tool. You could also print as a glossary or just a table, which is my preferred way. But the table or the glossary will probably be the easiest for y'all in terms of bringing it to class. And so I'm going to choose my layout. I'm going to open it in a PDF, and then from here I can go ahead and print. Okay. All right, guys. So that concludes this video on how to complete Quizlet assignments. I hope this is helpful, and I'll see you next class. Adios.